guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking on my video. My name is Jackie and welcome back to my Wegovy Wednesday video. This is the second video in the series that I'm filming. I did an intro which talked a little bit about my journey prior to starting Wegovy while I was on Mounjaro. And I hadn't actually started Wegovy at that point. I have actually started it now. Started it on Saturday, just gone, which I'll put the date in because I can't remember what day that is, and I'm using my phone so I can't look at my calendar. I'm finding these a bit challenging to sort of know when and how to post, because obviously I want to post on a Wednesday, but I take my injection and do my full weigh-in on a Saturday, and I haven't done a full week yet, so I'm kind of finding my flow with it, so I apologise if it seems a bit disjointed. I am trying, I think I'll try and build up a bit of footage. I won't necessarily be able to film what I eat. I have been writing down what I've been eating so that I can share it with you guys, and I'll probably share that in the next video. So I think there's probably going to be a little bit of time elapses before I get into how I'm finding Wegovy and my progress, because I want to get a little bit of time built up. But yeah, so I've got a couple of ideas for videos that I'm going to be filming. This one today is going to be talking about SheMed and my experience with them so far, what you can expect from them. Another video I want to do is kind of like things that I rely on food wise for my weight loss journey, using injection medication, so GLP-1s, etc. Another one will be about my weight loss journey from a very early age right through, and I need to really write that down and think about that. And then I'll probably get more into the actual like week on week progress, etc. So yeah, I want to keep these videos to a Wednesday where I can. I do sometimes bulk film content. If you've watched my other videos, you know that I'm off on a Tuesday, and so I film multiple videos for both kinds of content that I'm now doing. So I'm doing the weight loss sort of journey and also some just other stuff. So this is obviously called Jackie's Life, my channel, and I want to give you an insight into my life because that's the whole point. So let's get on with the video. I'll shut up now in terms of waffling. So as I said, this video is about SheMed. I hadn't used them before. One of the reasons I went with them is that they have a really good app, and one of my friends had used them and they said about sort of the care package and things that they do, the support, and they were probably the best price. Now, you may or may not know, if you're not into that sort of thing or you don't know about it, Mounjaro has massively increased in price. And a lot of the companies do both. So they'll do Mounjaro and they'll also do Wegovy. So I was using Newman for my Mounjaro originally. Then I moved to Right Angled because they were the best price, and I really didn't need all the like support side of things. So I didn't need the check-ins, the chats, the guides and what have you, because I had been doing it for a few months. So I knew I just literally wanted the medication. My scales were reliable enough that I could be confident that when I stood on them they were correct. So that was that, and then I stopped because I didn't know what was happening with the prices. I didn't want to bulk buy Mounjaro. I could have afforded it, but I didn't want to do that, and then I took a break, and now I'm back to Wegovy because it's cheaper. So with SheMed, when I did it, that's all I can talk about is when I signed up. This time I signed up at the beginning of October. I think it's the 13th or 14th of October today. So I signed up on the 1st. They send you at-home blood kit, which I did, blood testing kit. I did that. I found it quite challenging, not because it's difficult to do, but because my blood doesn't like to come out, and it took quite a long time. Sent that off. I was panicking because I sent it off on the Monday at 9 a.m. and on Wednesday they had still not received it. And obviously I was conscious that if they don't receive it, it's going to go bad because it's a biological sample. They received it on the Thursday morning, early hours, like 5 a.m. when I looked at the tracking, and then I got my results. Actually, I think they got it on the Wednesday. They got it on the Thursday. I got my results on the Friday. So it's days just mold into one. See, I got my results on the Friday. Now, when you get your results, it tells you a few things. Tests like your cholesterol, diabetes, what have you. And then you have all these ranges. Now, when I looked, my cholesterol was red, which means it's high. Everything else was green, but obviously when I opened up the results and the first thing I saw was like red, I thought, oh my god, they're going to tell me I can't do it. I'm not going to lie, and it is irresponsible of me, but had SheMed said I couldn't do it, I would have just gone with another company who doesn't require that, because I haven't had any problems on Mounjaro, so I assumed I wouldn't have any problems on Wegovy. That obviously is a stupid attitude. However, it was fine. So they issued my prescription for my medication on the Friday morning, and I got my medication on Saturday, which is great. So it came in a massive box, really well packaged. I actually threw the packaging away, but it was in like a sealed bag with ice packs and everything in there. So what I actually got in the pack, I don't know if I'm going to obviously get this every month. Sorry, noisy. I don't expect to get it every month, but you've got this booklet. So this is the Welcome to SheMed booklet. It says your journey to lasting health starts here. So it just gives you, it's a really nice book. It gives you information. This one is designed for women, by women for women. There's also SheMed for men, so it's not discriminatory. They make you do regular blood tests, slow and steady titration, which is where you go up through the doses. The other good thing, I think I started talking about it and I went off again on a tangent. You'll get used to that if you watch me a lot. Is SheMed was £89 for the first injection. That includes first dosage. That includes your blood tests and everything. And it's £159 every month from there on in. And it doesn't matter what dose you go up to. With Mounjaro, it goes up through the dosage, the price increases. So that's another good thing with Wegovy. So yeah, it tells you about your blood tests. They want you to do regular blood testing. It's tailored to you, about receiving your next treatment. You have to do weekly check-ins. If you don't do the check-ins, then you can't really proceed. They are a bit frustrating because the lady that I couldn't hear her. They basically verify your weight, and they did this when I had first joined, and then they did this when I had my first injection on Saturday. You just have to go through a couple of things. It's not that difficult, but for some reason she kept saying she couldn't hear me, and it was really irritating me because I wanted to go to bed. And it's 24/7. You can do that anytime, which is really great. So yeah, so it tells you about your medication. You need to follow a balanced diet, exercise regularly, stay well hydrated, and establish regular sleep routine. What you need to know about your medication, so whether you're on Mounjaro or Wegovy, the pens are pretty similar, to be fair, and when to stop your when to stop your medication, so if you become unwell, etc., side effects and risks, and how to use the medication. So it gives you information of what to do, how to store it, etc. So yeah, it's quite a good little book. It says thank you on it. So in the box was that, this little sharp spin, which is really cute. You just push the, it's quite tough, push the top, it pops up. This one I haven't used because I actually still had one from a previous provider, so I haven't used that one, but it's a lot smaller. I have a bigger one. This massive box of 100 swabs, so that's really good. They're just in there, just little alcohol swabs. This little care package, which is so cute. So it comes in the box. As I said, I don't know if you get this every month. I wouldn't expect to. So yeah, it's a side effects care guide. So it tells you about the key side effects you can get. So acid reflux, and what to do if you're getting those. So it's just a little information sheet there. So yeah, diarrhea, constipation, bloating and gas, nausea and vomiting. Now I'm really lucky. When I took Mounjaro, I did get diarrhea quite a lot, on and off, and then I went the other way and had constipation, so that was always fun. But acid reflux, bloating and gas and nausea, vomiting, I never really had, and I hope that I have had a couple of times excuse me, since Saturday, where I have felt a bit sick, but I haven't actually been sick. It says side effects are number one cause for stopping weight loss medication, to make sure you get in touch if you need support. And then what they've done is they've given these little medications. So Gaviscon, which helps with heartburn and indigestion, Windies, actually it's called Bloaties, which reduces bloating and gas, Lopamide for diarrhea relief, and Senna for relief from constipation. So that's really good, and I think for the price and everything, you know, these medications alone are quite expensive. So you've got the Senna tablets, the Bloaties, Gaviscon. I hate Gaviscon, I wouldn't use it. My husband doesn't mind it, so he can have it. And then the diarrhea relief tablets. So I don't tend to take medication unless I really need to, and I think, you know, if you, I have had diarrhea so bad during my Mounjaro journey that I literally couldn't get off the toilet. We won't go into great detail, but yeah, so it isn't ideal. It's not nice, and all I can hope is it happens to me on my work from home days, because if it happens to me on an office day, it's pretty tough. But yeah, so that's that. And then the other thing you get, most importantly, is the medication. So I'm just making sure it doesn't have my address on it, which it wouldn't. So yeah, so this is the Wegovy pen. I'm on 0.25 milligrams, which is the starter dose, and it's a Flex Touch semaglutide pen, once a week. So you open it up, you're supposed to write your things in here, but I haven't, because I have it on my calendar when I started. And then this is a really nice touch. So these are your little needles, and they come in this little box. So you can see I've used one already. Now I did find with Newman, and especially right angled, you would get like random numbers of needles. So sometimes I get too many, sometimes I didn't get enough, sometimes I don't get any wipes, sometimes I'll get loads. So I actually stored away all my needles, spare needles. Oh, this needs to go back in the fridge. But yeah, so this is my pen. It's slightly different to the Mounjaro pen. So this is the top, you screw on the needle, that's the medication window. Just check that it's not cloudy or anything, which it isn't. And you put the thing on, twist this round, you can see there, twist it round in the first instance to make sure that the medication comes out the needles, no bubbles or anything, and then you twist it all the way round. The only thing I did find the difference, sorry guys, I'm going to pop this in my fridge here. Sorry, I've just knocked the thing because I'm worried about it being out of the fridge for so long. Well, it's only been out of the fridge for about 5 minutes, but even so. Yeah, so what was I saying? Yeah, so when you do Mounjaro and you push the pen in, it turns very slowly. And you can make it go a little bit faster, or you can sort of ease it in. With the Wegovy pen, when I pushed it in, it went so fast, and it made me actually jump. I did find, I think I had a bit too much, when I was checking that the needle was working, I think I had a bit of medication on the outside, because it did sting a little bit when I took it. So I don't know if that is a Wegovy thing, or if it is a me thing. I don't know, maybe I did something wrong. It's not the first time. So yes, so I'm really pleased. I think SheMed's going to be a really good company. I am a bit put off about these check-ins and stuff, but I suppose, you know, if I want to do it, I've got to do what they ask. And at the end of the day, it's only there to help and protect me. So yeah, if that's what they want, then I'll do it. It's fine. So yeah, so that is my SheMed experience thus far. I will keep you updated, obviously, and how I go. And like I said, I will be doing other videos. It might be a bit higgledy-piggledy sometimes, but yeah, I think in terms of my journey on Wegovy, I'm going to probably give it a couple of weeks and then go from there, because as I said, I don't film all the time. That's just because my husband, well, he doesn't actually know that I film videos for YouTube, and I don't think he would care, but I don't want to be one of those people that's constantly on my phone, etc. I try not to be. So yeah, and I prefer just doing these kinds of videos where I'm just chatting and talking to you. So yeah, so I don't know why I keep saying and yeah and so, but whatever. I was gonna say it again and then my brain shut down because I didn't know what else to say. So yeah, that is that, guys. Please let me know if you are on a or just a weight loss journey in general, if you're using an injectable medication or some other sort of help to get to where you want to be. And yeah, please like, comment, subscribe, and thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.